Hillary of Creative Faith, and today I have a special treat for you all, and it is 10 ways to use a journal. So I love journals, I love notebooks. I have since I was really little, and so I wanted to show you guys a bunch of different ways that you can use journals or notebooks. And these are all ideas that came from me because I use them in my daily life. These 10 ideas, I do not use all 10 journals every single day, but depending on what project I'm working on or what I want to do, or how I want to kind of sit and reflect, I will pull from these different ideas. So don't think that I'm writing in 10 journals every day, but these are just some different ideas that I kind of jump around in through my daily life. And so be sure, before we get started sharing the 10 ideas, to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the Creative Faith YouTube channel. And be sure to hit the bell notification so you guys know when I have new videos. And leave me a comment below. What do you guys like to use your notebooks and journals for? So now we will get started with 10 ways to use and fill a journal. All right, journal number 1 is a prayer journal. I have shared a lot about prayer journaling here on my YouTube channel, and this is actually a prayer journal that I sell in my Etsy shop, so I'll link that in the description box below. But I love prayer journaling. I started prayer journaling back in 2014, so I've been doing it for a long time, and it has just totally changed my relationship with the Lord and helped me draw closer to Him through prayer. So the prayer journals in my Etsy shop each have topics on the top of the page to give you guys some different ideas about what to pray about. And I just write out like a prayer, like I would say in my head, but I write it out on paper in my prayer journal. This one I use a little bit more like stickers and stamps and whatnot. But you don't have to do that. You can just use a pen. So here's the prayer journal that I have in my Etsy shop. And then this is my current prayer journal that I just started, so it doesn't have a ton of pages in it yet. But this one I've been using some washi tape and stickers. So that's kind of how I've been using this one. And then I wanted to show you guys one of my full ones. So this was from let's see, when did it end? It ended in the end of 2016, and I started it at the beginning of 2016. So here's just a quick flip through my prayer journals. So that was journal idea number 1 is a prayer journal. Idea number 2 is another prayer journal, but it's a prayer journal for a specific person or thing. So for me, my fiance and I have been prayer journaling, praying for each other for a couple years now. And so this is my prayer journal just for Juan and I. And so I write out a prayer for him and for us and for our relationship every day. And you'll see these ones I just use a pen. And I fill it in almost every day. This is for 2018, the times I prayed for him, and then this is 2019. And so it's just a good visual reminder that God wants us to be praying for people. And so if you are married or engaged or dating someone, you could have a prayer journal for that specific person. If you have children, you could use a notebook and fill up prayers for your children. If you work outside of the home, maybe your prayer journal is for your coworkers or for your parents or for your siblings. So that is idea number 2, is a prayer journal for a specific person. All right, my next journal idea is creative. So this is journal idea number 3, and it is creative Bible study notes. Now I have a whole YouTube video about this specifically, which I'll link below. But basically what I do is I have a notebook, and I just finished my old notebook, and by the time this video airs, I should have the flip through of my previous one. So I'll link that down below also. But I just take creative notes as I read through the Bible. So I'm reading through Psalms right now, and so I just use half a page and write out a verse or a theme or a doodle to match up with what I'm reading. So that is idea number 3, is creative Bible study notes. I have like journals all over my desk. All right, we're now up to number 4. Idea number 4 is a regular kind of daily journal. This journal, my friend's sister makes them. Her Etsy shop is called Enclave Books, and I'll link that below. But they're just gorgeous journals. Whenever I have a pretty journal, it's like I'm so much more likely to use it because it's so pretty. So hers had these just parchment paper. And so this is, I just write what happens during my day. If I had a hard time, a good time, just kind of documenting what happened in the day. And I always date them, and I've been journaling like this for a long, long time. And so I go through different phases of being like really consistent or not, but you can just write about what happened in your day, and it's kind of a way of memory keeping, or if there's something that was like frustrating or challenging, I'll write about it instead of like getting mad at people. So that's idea number 4, is a regular daily journal. Idea number 5 is a gratitude journal. And at the time I'm filming this, I still have a few more of these in my Etsy shop. They are called I Am Thankful For. And then similar to the prayer journal, they have different topics on each of the pages. And so it's a way for me to write out things that I'm thankful for. And there are so many positive things to documenting your gratitude. So many health benefits with your mind and even your body. Like I heard a statistic that those people who keep a gratitude journal actually live longer, which I think is really neat, and just shows like all the awesome benefits of thinking about things we're thankful for. So if you don't get one of these from my Etsy shop, you guys could just take a normal notebook and either write out a list or draw pictures or use stickers to write about things you're thankful for each day. And I actually saw in someone's Instagram this lady who keeps track of her gratitude, and when she fills up one journal, she continues numbering it with where she left off. So she's up to like 5,000 different things that she's thankful for, and I really loved that idea. So that's idea number 5, is a gratitude journal. And I wanted to show you guys, this is idea number 6, but before I talk about it, this is how I do my gratitude. Is I have a spread in my bullet journal, and I write out things I am thankful for each day. And so this is where I do my gratitude journal. So idea number 6, we're up to idea number 6, right? Idea number 6 is a bullet journal. This is an awesome way to fill up journals and notebooks, and that is to do a bullet journal. I have a whole bullet journal playlist where I walk through like how I set up this notebook and like how I filled each month out and what I do. But basically at the front I have like a planner or different kind of lists that I keep, and then in the back is like my planner. So I have weekly plans and things that I do each week. And so this is my bullet journal and how I use this notebook. So that was idea number 6, is bullet journal. And if you want to know more about that, be sure to go check out that playlist that I have linked down below. All right, idea number 7. Idea number 7 is sermon notes. So this is where I've been doing my sermon notes. This notebook I actually also have available in my Etsy shop. It is a spiral notebook, which are my favorite notebooks for taking sermon notes because it's easy for me to like fold it over and write like this and not take up a ton of space in the seats at church. But you could use this notebook for any of the ideas that I'm sharing today. So like I said, this will be linked down below in my Etsy shop, but I take notes while I listen to the sermon. So I always write the date and I write out like the verses and the main points that Pastor John is sharing. And our church actually has a YouTube channel, and so I'll link that down below if you guys wanted to check out the lessons that I've been learning in my church and listen to them on YouTube also. But it just comes blank like this. So that's idea number 7 is sermon notes. All right, we're up to idea number 8. Idea number 8 is a journal for a specific study that you guys are doing. So I have 2 notebooks here for specific studies that I'm going through right now. So this first one has this cactus imagery on it, and this is for the Seasons of Prayer devotion that I'm doing with my friend Tanya. And this one specifically is for our spring version, our spring installment. And so this whole notebook, I am going through the different topics and things for spring 4th and taking notes and praying. And so you could use it like if your Bible study is going through a specific study, or if you personally are, you can use a notebook for studying a specific topic or theme in your Bible time. And then this one, I'm listening to a really good sermon series right now over, what's it called? Oh, Sabbath. If I opened it, I could tell. Rest and Sabbath. It's a podcast. And so I'm going through and taking notes. I've like prepped the pages, but I need to go back and listen to it. I was listening to it while I was running, and it's hard to take notes, obviously, while I'm running. So I'm going to go back and listen to it and take notes in here. Sloths help me remember to slow down and rest and enjoy a Sabbath break. So that's idea number 8, is a specific study journal. So when you're studying a specific topic, you can use a journal or notebook to document what you're learning. All right, we are to number 9. Idea number 9 is a quote journal. And I actually have a process video where I walk through a spread in my quote journal and show you guys a peek. This is my very first ever quote journal from 2002. I was 10 years old. So I'll link that video down below if you want a more in-depth look. But this is my very first quote journal. I just wrote out little quotes and did little doodles, which is just super precious, and glued in little images. And then this is my current quote journal. So I use quotes that I find on Instagram, quotes that I read out of books, and I document those here in my quote journal. So that is idea number 9. And my last idea number 10, is a book notes journal. So this is a journal I got from TJ Maxx, and I started doing this when I was going through a book called Whispers of Rest. And at the end of each day, it had questions. And so I wanted a place to document the answers to those reflection questions. And currently I'm going through Craving Connection from the Encourage community. And I will link this in the description box below. But it is similar in the fact that it has connection questions at the end of each chapter. And so I have been, let's see, where did I end off? I've been going through and writing out my answers to those questions in here. So that's a great way. You could write out quotes from books in here. If your books have questions like that, you can use a notebook and fill them up with your responses. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Let me know also in the comments below, do you love notebooks and journals as much as I do? I just think it's a great way to write and reflect and think about all God is teaching us. And so anyways, I hope you guys liked these 10 tips and ideas on how to fill up journals and notebooks. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone!